We are open in InDesign right here. And the first thing that the Trifold flyer prompt asks is an 8.5 by 11 document. Going to create new. These little videos that Adobe provides are pretty good, but I'm going to let you access them on your own time because I haven't gone through and figured them all out yet. But here we go. We're going to start a document manually with the right size. First of all, changing the units to inches, because everything that this assignment asks for, most of it is in inches. All right, we can set the width up 8.5. We can set the height as 11. And we want this one to be in landscape orientation right there. We can set a lot of the dimensions on this too. So we want 2 pages actually, and not facing pages. This is all stuff that the assignment prompt asks for. Doesn't matter what it starts with because they're not facing pages. And I'm not going to do this till I get into the actual document. I do, however, want to set up some margins for each page. We're going to go to margins and make it 0.25 inches. The link was keeping these all the same. Hitting create. And in InDesign, this is called a pasteboard. I think I'll go to file and hit save. Give this thing a name instead of untitled. All right, where do I want to put this? Trifold demo is what I'm calling mine. You will be able to see that I can scroll between my 2 pages because I set this up in non-facing pages. This one is directly below the other one. If I go click pages, I can see my 2 individual pages there. I can select between which page I'm pasting. All right, in this first page, I do want to set this one up for a trifold flyer. So here's the best way to do that. Going to layout, going down to create guides. The most important thing I need to do right here for guides is to create a couple of columns, bringing it up to 3 columns. And it's best to fit your guides to the page versus the margins. Otherwise, the guides will be a little too narrow. If I hit OK, you can see these very light blue guides. You can see the margins around the outside of the page. You don't really want to have anything get closer to the outside of the page than that margin. And you don't really want to overlap these 2 areas, these 2 lines where the fold is going to happen. You're going to find that you have to go in and create guides on the second page also. So you have to make sure that you're selected on the second page. And we'll see if you can see it now. I go layout, create guides. On a PC, that might not be in exactly the same spot. Hit OK. Now you can see guides on the second page and the first page. So most of the operations in here are going to be kind of like this. Going to file and place. You can also hit Control D or Command D to place. So I'm going to place my KYRS logo, and I think this one has to be in the upper right hand of this layout in order for it to work. And at this point, you're going to need to get familiar with the difference between moving around the graphic frame and moving around the bounding box. So you can see right now, there's a blue box that is called the bounding box, and it will let me crop things within it. Where if I move this around, you can see that there's a brown box, and it lets my art move around within the bounding box. So that can really give kids a hard time when they're getting started. If you ever get into trouble with it, retransform
See you on Thursday.
changes them both at the same time. See you, Maddie. I'm hitting shift so that maintains the height to width ratio. All right. That should be enough to get you started.